Hi y'all! We're about to have a short video on counter arguments. This Wednesday we will be discussing application, which is the A portion of CREAC, and given time we may also get to counter arguments, how you can repackage those so as to suck the venom out of them and turn them in your favor. Okay? Okay. So we see sort of classic predictive memo language here in this particular counter argument. Mr. Baldwin will most likely argue. That's like this great big red flag saying, over here, look over here, this is what our weakness is. Which is great for a predictive memo, right? Because we want to let the others in our firm know what we've got to be on the lookout for and what we've got to strategize around. Probably we don't want to wave a red flag to the judge saying, ooh, these are all of the things that we're worried about. This is what our weakness is. Here, look here. This is what we don't feel so sure about. At the same time, we do not only have a duty to disclose harmful authority and harmful facts and a duty of candor to the court, but it's also in our interests to tackle those counter arguments rather than just leaving them in the hands of our opponent. So what do? Well, first of all, we get rid of this language. Goodbye. And instead of putting this in our prime real estate, in that first sentence of the paragraph that garners the most attention, we want to prime our readers differently. Instead, we want to say something about, we want to lead with the idea that the nuisance here is more extreme than the nuisance in share. So instead, we want to say something along the lines of the harm Mr. Wilson experienced is the type of harm that would disturb a reasonable person's enjoyment of the property. And we maybe want to move some of these ideas, which are strengths, up. Here, the concert series caused foul-smelling odors, blah, 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 which is in direct contrast to sure, where the complained nuisance was shade from trees. Many people might consider shade to be a benefit. In contrast, someone who moves to a peaceful country lot expects not to be disturbed by foul-smelling orders. Foul-smelling orders. Your orders smell very foul. All right, and then we'll just copy and paste that. Thus, the gravity of the harm weighs out the minimal utility of the concert series. Okay, so what have we done here? We have led with our strengths. We have led with something that rebuts the counter argument. And so instead of raising a red flag, we're erecting something that says, hey, this doesn't hurt us. We've given facts that help us, and we point out the contrast to sure. And then we continue to go on to hammer on those differences from sure. One thing that I should point out is a lot of the times, I didn't do it this time, but often you can put in a dependent clause that portion is that is the counter argument. So you could say something like, although in sure the complained harm provided benefit, that harm was shade from trees, unlike blah, 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 blah. So that's another strategy that you can use, is you can bury some of the potentially harmful information to your client. And I'm trying to exit that out and it's not going, in a dependent clause. The really important thing is that you lead with your strength and you get rid of that language that says so-and-so may argue. Instead, just knock down their argument. All right, I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday.